Hola chicos, ¿cómo les va? Acá Nicolás Mere y voy a traerle el segundo capítulo de Arc of Time.
Professor got here in this thing, but now it's flooded. I think it's completely wasted. I think it's completely wasted.
Bueno, mejor me muevo.
What a beautiful map of the village. I don't know what to do with it. You're
I know I'm really good.
well, other people should say so.
Some do, but mostly I say it to myself. The best artists throughout history did, and they were recognized only after they died.
And what does the painting represent?
It is one of my psychic night visions. I had strange and wonderful prophetic dreams. I see what is going to happen to people I meet before they even know about it. This picture represents the destination of your trip.
Of my trip? I don't understand. Where is it?
Don't ask me that.
But
You're not very smart. Look, I told you I have visions, metaphysical dreams, paranormal projections. Just because I can see the place doesn't mean I know where it is. Do you understand?
more or less. What's that cross?
It's not a cross. It's my sign.
An X?
I'm illiterate, you see. I grew up in the forests, away from all civilization. Just me and my daddy. Writing has never been a strong point, but painting.
Chicos, perdona que lo ponga a pausa cada rato, ves que necesito ver la guía para saber lo que tengo que hacer.
This time you won't be able to talk me round, however hard you try. Back home, finally. Hi, Chief.
Oh, Kendall. Back already? You look pale. Was the flight live? lousy?
I guess it was the food. Anyway, I'm glad to be back.
Did you find the professor?
Oh, well, listen, in my opinion, the professor is lying in the sun with two beautiful girls on a tropical beach with an assumed name. That's the last you'll see of your headliner exclusive.
I thought you would know better, Kendall. Never give up. What did you find out from your trip?
Absolutely nothing.
You know, I'm beginning to think that you were inside watching TV all day.
What are you talking about?
Go, Kendall. Get back out there and try harder this time. And make sure you bring me back the professor, or at least some evidence of his presence.
Bueno, acá no tengo nada que hacer. Ahora sí, chicos, sigamos.
Hey, Chief, did I promise you results or what?
Good job, Kendall. Did you find the professor?
Well, not quite, but I've got something here that might tell us what became of him.
A black box? Hang on a second. I have just the thing for this. I think this jack here will fit into, yes. Here we go. We're in front of the biggest archaeological discovery of this century. Quick, Helen, let's get on the diving gear and go open that entrance door.
But Professor, how?
With this little thing, dear Helen.
A colored rock?
This isn't a rock, but a key conceived by a technology superior to ours.
Hey, Professor, ain't that the thing we found underneath that pile of bricks?
That was no pile of bricks, Simon, but the remains of the deconsecrated Church of St. Theodore in the English county of Avon. Thanks to many years of patient research, I managed to find that abandoned church and a secret that was for centuries hidden behind those sacred walls. Yeah. And now you're wasting time telling us how you did it. Come on, let's go. The sub has been damaged by the crash and it's starting to take on water. This time I agree, Blower. Everybody ready? Come on, let's get out of here. Interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting? I risked my life diving the depths of the ocean to get that, and all you say is interesting?
Tell me, Kendall, what else did you find there?
Not a lot. An abandoned sub and a gigantic stone portal in the rock.
Come on, Kendall, don't you understand yet? You need to do an inspection of that church mentioned by the professor. Maybe you'll find other clues there to help us find out what's behind this disappearance.
Don't tell me I've got to leave again.
Straight away. I'd really like to go in your place, Kendall, but see, I have to work on this piece about dead languages. Great fun for a connoisseur, but you...
Don't tell me. I wouldn't appreciate it. Okay, I'm out of here.
Entonces tengo que ir a la iglesia. Creo que a esta iglesia se refiere.
It's a big, strong door. I can't open it. It seems to be locked from the inside. Something's not quite right here. Reads, I'm on spiritual retreat. For urgent messages, write to Postbox 335, Hotel Splendid, Bahamas, your loving priest. Since when was the Bahamas a spiritual retreat?
No se refería a ese tipo de iglesia. Creo que se refería a esta iglesia.
I wonder what happened to that window. It must have been quite a sight when it was whole. 7 feet of spectacular stained glass window. I'm only wasting my time here. What a wonderful window. It's a pity the church is derelict. Its beauty is wasted. There's nothing of interest for me here. What a peculiar little girl.
Hey, what's the weather like up there?
You being funny? Look, picking fruit is a very hard job. Leave me alone. I don't have time to talk.
Can I hold the ladder for you? It looks dangerous.
No thanks. I don't need any help.
Well, this little girl knows what she's doing. What's your name?
Polly Jane. This is Attila, my little cat.
Attila?
Right now, he's an ordinary farm cat. But in a few years, he'll become a tiger, protecting me from outsiders who disturb me while I pick fruit.
Are you from here?
Yeah? Born and bred.
Why don't you come down here for a second and talk to me?
No, I've got to finish here.
It's a nice place. Is that church very old?
Yeah, it's medieval. But it's not used anymore. Not for many, many years.
There must be ghosts at night.
Joke about it if you want, but I wouldn't stay a night in there for anybody or anything. The wind through the windows makes strange noises, and inside it's full of tombs.
Ooh, it's weird. But you made me curious. I'm gonna have a look. Will you stick around until I get back?
I don't know. Goodbye, and don't anger the spirits.
I think I'll let you work. I'm sorry to disturb you. See ya.
Well, goodbye.
Can't open it. It seems to be locked from the inside.
¿Cómo?
Looks as if this cow is enjoying life to the max. It looks as if this cow is enjoying life to the max. This door has rusted itself shut. I need to waste time. This is the place. Needle anyone?
Chicos, creo que ahora ya sé lo que tengo que hacer.
An old wooden bucket. There's a hole in the bottom. An old wooden bucket. I won't get anything done like this. An old wooden bucket. There's a hole in the bottom.
Listo, ahora que ya agarré el cubo.
It looks as if this cow is enjoying an old wooden bucket. It has a leak. How do you think I'm going to put milk in a bucket with a leak? An old wooden bucket. It has a leak in the bottom. How do you think I'm going to put milk in a bucket with a leak? I won't get anything done like this. It looks like an old rag, but maybe it will come in handy later. I won't get anything done like this. I've got to come up with a better idea. I've got to come up with a better idea.
Ah, ahora ya sé lo que tengo que hacer. Hacemos esto.
Damn,
Hacemos esto.
the mong has broken and the cloth is dirty with resin. I guess I pushed the cloth around a little too hard.
Hacemos esto. Hacemos
That has
esto.
closed the leak.
Ahora hacemos esto. Hacemos
Come on,
esto.
Carolina, keep going.
Hacemos acá. Vamos aquí.
Here you go, little kitty. Help yourself. Too high. I'll never get up there. It must have been quite a 7 feet of... Cats are strange creatures. Too high. I'll never get up there.
Creo que ya sé qué puedo hacer. Hago así, agarro al gato. Lo pongo ahí.
Here we go.
Ahí donde la niña lleva la escalera para que yo suba. Y se preguntarán cómo adiviné esto sin mirar la guía. Y sí, es lógico, porque si un gato queda atrapado en un árbol, es lógico buscar una escalera para bajarlo.
Don't understand how this... confessional has a gap by the wall. Maybe there is something behind it. Locked. Wow, this time I really had a great idea. We have a success. It looks like a secret passage. Only one way to find out where it goes. It's impossible to break with anything I have. It's impossible to move it. I don't see anything here I'm interested in. I don't see anything here I'm interested in. If the spirits get angry, I'd better leave it alone. Don't you want to make friends with me? He's very quick. I don't see anything here I'm interested in. Let's hope I won't be cursed. Entering a crypt beneath an old church is one spooky thing. Stealing somebody's remains is definitely out of the question. Don't see anything here I can take. Doing everything wrong. Maybe I should take a trip. Perhaps Easter Island has some answers for me.
Ahora que estoy revisando si tengo algo más que ver y... No, me parece que no.
Got to come up with a better idea. I've got a tracing of these hieroglyphics with the white side of this sheet and the ashes in this urn.
Simon, we have the world at our feet.
Boss, these buttons look interesting.
They give me an idea. Let me see.
This button is moving the crosshairs on the planisphere.
Let me do it, animal. Well, let me see. This way moves in east and west. and this way moves it north and south. Good, good.
Try to point at San Francisco. My mother-in-law is in San Francisco. Let's see if I can manage to get her out of my life, once and for all.
Who cares about your mother-in-law? There's power here like I've never seen before. These buttons have a specific meaning. I think this symbol means storm, and this is a tornado.
Do you mean that we can command the elements as we like?
It would certainly appear so.
Oh, come on, boss.
Uy,
Let's
chicos, si tuviera que
try.
adivinar diría que estos son los antagonistas del juego.
What's happening? Snow in London? Bolts from the blue? The weather is going mad.
What a strange object. It's a heavy metal octagon, flat crystals embedded onto each side. I wonder what it is.
Here I am, back in old London town. The smell, the sights. Oh, I love this place.
Good to see you, Kendall. But you don't look 100%. Are you okay?
First things first. How did the last game go? Did we win?
Nope. They lost badly. Don't make that face. There are more important things in life.
Like what?
Dead languages, for example. Very exciting.
Then have a look at this and knock yourself out. I think I'll devote myself to football in future. All this research on the professor will be good for nothing but the garbage dump.
You don't have enough faith in yourself, Kendall. Don't give up. I trust your abilities. You deserve more than a sports section.
Actually,
Well, let's have a look here. Yes, interesting. You've discovered something hot.
like what? Some ancient recipe for Stegosaurus burgers?
Seriously, Kendall, this is a rare copy of an ancient Tuareg dialect. Where on earth did you find it?
Under an abandoned English church. You said it was a Tuareg dialect. What's that?
Well, the Tuareg are an ancient African tribe. You found it in a church? Now that is odd. I don't understand how it got there.
Oh well, too bad. I guess this is a lost cause. But at this point, all we can do is set our heart and soul into winning the championship. You know, I was thinking about writing an article that compared the skill of Stanley Matthews to the current-day English center forwards. What do you think?
The only person I know able to translate this stuff is the Prince Emir. He was a genius at Oxford. Graduated with honors. A real golden boy, and not just because of the fortune he inherited.
Or, what about a nice article about the symbolic meaning of the Cameroon team shirts? Readers have been waiting for that for a while.
And though, pay Attention! When you leave, tell my secretary to make reservations for a flight to Tamanrasset via Algiers. The flight leaves tonight. Find Prince Amir and get this translated.
Was thinking about the Cameroon team. Sure you can find another sucker to get this translated. I'll just,
Prince Amir's a nice guy, you'll see. Say hello to him for me, Kendall.
Oh well, we're losing the championship anyway. No really need to be around for the final defeat.
Era acá, ¿no? Chicos, me tengo que ir a comer y después vuelvo, ¿sí? Listo, ya volví. Ahora sigamos con el juego.
Are you the officer in charge of the prisoner?
Soldier Narabuth, guard of the prison for 20 years, 7 months, and 14 days.
Bad job, I guess. Hey, do you know Prince Amir?
Stranger, you don't seem to be with the tour. What are you looking for? Don't you know it's forbidden to talk with soldiers while carrying out their duties?
Sorry, but I didn't mean to distract you. I just wanted to ask you if you know this man.
If you have a look inside there, you'll see what's left of him. He's locked in the cell, waiting to be hung.
What did the prince do to be treated like this?
Sure, a prince treated like a dog is something that has never happened before. Well, new chiefs, new laws.
Tell me what happened.
The chief of the tribe, as maybe you already know, has been shot. A rifle shot to the middle of his throat.
Where were you?
I was at the fort's entrance as usual, and I ran. But for what? His head was apart from the rest of his body, and nothing could be done for him. Later, 3 women were needed to clean up the blood.
What a terrible sight.
That's what happens when you're rich. If you stay in your poor hole, nobody comes looking for trouble.
And what does Prince Amir have to do with all this?
It has to do with the strange coincidence that the gentleman was just practicing his shooting around the corner.
Couldn't it have been an accident?
A nice accident if you inherit the leadership of the tribe. Prince had the right to the succession after the chief's death, since he married his daughter. But he couldn't wait. The chief was as healthy as a horse who doesn't want to die. Can you imagine him dying for the nice face of the little prince and his modern ideas?
Didn't they get along well?
It's not that. The king loved the prince. He did. But they couldn't understand each other. 2 hard heads, but each with his own ideas.
What do you mean?
The old man was made of the old style, tied to the ancient traditions. The young boy is a crazy one. He would like to do everything the Western way, and the king didn't like it.
They argue a lot?
Sure they did. Just the night before the tragedy, I heard them yelling. The boy sold some dromedaries without his permission, and with the money, he bought some kind of evil car. We get only trouble from you Western people. He was right, the old man.
How about you? What do you think about it?
Well, I'm not paid to think about his innocence or guilt.
Good. My visit is over.
That's fine. I don't like strangers.
You're very hospitable around here.
Stay out of trouble. We still use corporal punishment, and a couple of lashes wouldn't look that good on your pale skin.
I know what I'm doing. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He is in real bad shape. Hey, you! Can you hear me?
Who's there? Aren't you tired of tormenting me?
No. I'm not one of the guards. I won't hurt you.
I can't see anything. They beat me up.
Listen, I'm looking for Amir, the prince.
You found him. Or at least what's left of him.
I understand this is not the best moment to ask you this, but I need your help.
My friend, I think there's no one who needs help more than I do right now. But if I can help...
Do you know this language? Can you translate it?
I'd like to help you, but believe me, I can't even see your face from all the beatings I got.
Do you think there's anybody who will know it?
There is a man who can certainly help you. He's the holy man of Agar Mountain. He can do everything except set me free, even if he does care about me a lot.
Why did they treat you like this?
It's barbarous treatment, isn't it? Maybe in your country they don't even treat animals like this.
Don't be so sure about that.
Well, if I was going to become king, as I was supposed to, I would have abolished these horrors. Somebody has made that impossible.
What happened?
A very cunning conspiracy. The king of the Tuareg tribe was shot, just as I was shooting outside the fort, as I do every day when the sun goes down.
So it was natural to charge you with the murder?
By somebody who had their own reasons to do so. A few days ago, I married Lala, the daughter of the chief who was killed, and because of this marriage, and my royal family, I had the right to inherit the crown.
Evidently there are others trying to get it.
I did not kill King Ibrahim. For me, he was like a father. His wisdom and his justice would have been mine in governing. Do you believe me?
I believe you, Amir.
Glories to Allah.
Can you prove that the murderer of the king is someone else?
If I could, do you think I'd still be here eating rancid bread?
Do you suspect somebody?
I know very well who'd like to see me dead, but how can I prove it?
Can I do anything for you?
Very little. But maybe...
Tell me, I want to help you.
Really? I think you may be the right person. Take this ring to Lala, my wife. Only with this will that saint of a woman trust you and help you in finding the guilty person.
I'll go.
I'll be thankful to you for the rest of my life, even if my life should end tomorrow.
I've got to go, Amir. I have a job to do here.
You two leave me to my destiny.
If I could help you, I would. Believe me.
Allah watches over you.
Don't despair.
I'll pray. Goodbye.
No, por acá no era.
Hello, young woman. I'm an English journalist. My name is Richard, and I'm here to find a person called Amir. Do you know him? He's a very well-traveled and highly educated member of the Tuareg village. My boss, the editor, he asked me to talk with him.
stranger. You have his wife Lala in front of you. Tomorrow, you will have his widow.
Lala, I'm bringing you the sign of my friendship between you and your husband. Look.
This is the ring which sealed my marriage. Where did you get it?
Your husband gave it to me to bring you. You need to trust me, Lala. I'm your friend.
Azamir gave you this ring, which my father bestowed upon him to seal the wedding promise. You are, for me, my husband's brother, and I have to obey you.
Enjoying your meal, my friend? May I interrupt you for a moment?
You're already doing it! Get out!
I've heard about the murder of your chief.
Good! You can tell it to your grandchildren when you get old!
I'd like to know more about it.
What do you want from the Tuareg tribe, stranger?
I'm a journalist working on assignment in this area. We journalists, we're a curious race.
I say meddlers!
If you prefer, were you present when it happened?
Unlike you journalists, I'm always somewhere else when trouble happens.
What do you mean?
If you really want to know, I was in the bazaar. See, I twisted my ankle. I was just having it treated.
How did that happen? It's puffed up like a balloon.
It's all because of that damn dromedary. He saw a snake, unsaddled me and ran away. I gave him many lashes afterwards. Now he's tied up out there, thinking about his faults.
Do you think that Amir is innocent?
My father's ghost appeared last night in the tent and swore to me that he would never have given me in marriage to an evil man. Amir is innocent. The real murderers are part of a conspiracy.
Let me enter the tent. I need to rest to think it over.
In this tent, no stranger has ever left his print. But you have my husband's ring. And I can read good intent in your eyes. Go in. But make sure nobody sees you.
There's nothing I can do here. These pieces are useless to me. I can't open it. I can't open it. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to get out of my tree. Don't think that would be wise.
Listen, you must tell me everything you know about your father's death. Where you were, when he was killed, and what you were doing.
You twist the knife in a wound still bleeding.
You have to make this sacrifice to save Amir.
I'll tell you. I was resting from the fatigue of the wedding ceremony. I was in my father's tent. I was waiting for my husband to take me for the first time to his tent. I've never entered it. Amir was in prison, and we haven't even kissed.
Thank you, Lala. I'll do everything I can to help you.
May Allah protect you.
Wasting time. Wasting time.
Para.
Enjoy. What do you want again? I told you to go away. You can't come in like this.
I've got the impression that my presence here is not appreciated. I won't disturb you any longer. Goodbye.
Bye, pest.
Wasting time. Enjoying your meal, my friend? May I interrupt you for a moment?
What do you want again? I told you to go away. You can't come in like this.
I've got the impression that my presence here is not appreciated. I won't disturb you any longer. Goodbye.
Goodbye, pest.
Wow, she's a Mediterranean beauty. I'm only wasting my time here. I'm only wasting valuable time. I'm only wasting valuable time. Only it's just a little table. Nothing interesting here. Several pieces of a pot that has broken. Inside seem to have been covered in some kind of powder.
Lo renaudo porque apuesto que ahora sí me lo va a dar.
There is a bullet in the pole, and there is a hole in the tent. If I look in the direction of the bullet through the hole, I'll discover where it came from. Top of the fort is just in the line of the bullet's path. I don't think it's a coincidence. Thank you, Lala. I'll do everything I can to help you.
Wait!
What do you want to tell me?
You're a man.
Yes, at least the last time I looked.
You don't understand. Let me finish. You're a man, so you've the right to enter the fort where my husband is kept prisoner.
So?
Take this food to him. The prisoners are fed with a horrible gruel, not fit even for pigs. Amir is only used to eating regal fare. He must be hungry.
I'll do it.
May Allah protect you.
Enjoying your meal, my friend? May I interrupt you for a moment?
You're already doing it! Get out!
I've heard about the murder of your chief.
Good! You can tell it to your grandchildren when you get old!
I'd like to know more about it.
What do you want from the Tuareg tribe, stranger?
I'm a journalist working on assignment in this area. We journalists, we're a curious race.
I say meddlers!
If you prefer, were you present when it happened?
Unlike you journalists, I'm always somewhere else when trouble happens.
What do you mean?
If you really want to know, I was in the bazaar. See, I twisted my ankle. I was just having it treated.
How did that happen? It's puffed up like a balloon.
It's all because of that damn dromedary. He saw a snake, unsaddled me and ran away. I gave him many lashes afterwards. Now he's tied up out there, thinking about his faults.
Para mostrarle, chicos, que ya me salió bien. Miren, acá ya tenemos el pan. Ahora hacemos así, así y así.
I've got something better than that horrible brew they give you here.
Oh, how can I thank you? I haven't eaten in 2 days. It's impossible to eat this stuff without being sick.
This is coming from friendly hands. It's food prepared by Lala.
Oh, my sweet wife. Give me the food before somebody sees you. You could be punished for doing this.
Here, get some strength.
Thank you, stranger. You're like a brother.
Creo que tengo que hablar con este tipo, con este pibe.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, stranger. How can I help you?
Actually, I only need some information.
Nothing can be denied to a guest of the Tuareg tribe. Please, come in. Have a look around.
Thank you.
In my shop, you'll find the most luxurious oriental goods. Lotions to lose your hair, pigeons with wonderful voices, odorless perfumes, mattresses of nails and cactus spines, and...
Thank you, but I only wanted to ask you if you know Prince Amir.
Prince Amir? You've got the wrong man. For that kind of stuff, you have to go to the prison guard. But how about a sand croquet? It only costs 2 coins.
No. Thank you anyway. It's getting late. I better be going.
Come back again, stranger. You can't leave our country without having tasted a sand croquet.
Your bazaar is really well stocked. You appear to have a wonderful selection of goods. How's business?
We've been merchants for 7 generations. Our clients are among the most illustrious. Would you like to look around?
If looking doesn't cost anything.
Of course it doesn't. Would you like a cup of crocodile-flavored tea?
No, thanks.
Here we have spices which you can't find anywhere else in the East, and which our women use to poison their husbands. Then, over here, the pewter samovar, and here the silver samovar. And they are used for the crocodile tea, very appreciated among the tourists.
What about these rugs?
I see that you have a good eye. Take one back home with you, and they will bring beauty to any home.
No, thanks. I don't think they would suit my home. Thanks anyway.
Then bring your mother some spices. She'll use them to cook very tasty meals.
Actually...
You immediately see a good deal. You're a smart guy. I suggest for you 2 jars of each of the 100 royal spices. A very good deal. They're on sale. And if you also buy a rug, I'll give you this scale pillow to rest your feet.
Thank you, but actually, I don't need anything.
It's a deal, young man. The people back home always appreciate a scale pillow from a faraway trip.
It's hard to say.
Here, the prices are really good. Shall I pack everything together, or do you prefer 3 different packages?
I'm sorry, but really, I don't need anything. Thank you. Now I better go.
You won't find such scale pillows anywhere else during your trip, remember?
I'll think it over. Goodbye.
See you again, stranger.
This unfortunate incident is very serious for your tribe. What's gonna happen now?
If you are talking about the chief's murder, it was deceitful and premeditated aggression.
Do you think so?
Sure. The Prince Emir had the audacity to break our sacred laws, but he'll be punished. But let's not talk about this. Do you want to buy something? Like maybe a bag of tar tobacco? A collection of gigantic butterflies? They're absolutely necessary on a long trip.
Who's going to rule the tribe now?
There will be long consultation between the people and the leaders. And finally, they will give forth a decision. The new chief will be elected by the Tuareg, not through inheritance. Try this mixture of dromedary-flavored herb. You'll never be able to live without it. Only 3 coins.
No, thanks. I'm allergic to anything that has dromedary in it. Goodbye.
Damn tourists with no money.
Was your food good? Your wife, is she a good cook?
I must confess, my friend, that it was wonderful.
A young wife can sometimes overcook the meat.
No, my friend. The flavor was perfect. But the filling was hard enough to break your teeth. Look at this.
Wow! Your young wife is wiser than she looks.
Unfortunately, this lockpick is useless. The cell is so confining I can't reach the lock. Take it. If they find it on me, I'll only receive more punishment.
perdona por la demora, es que estaba haciendo algo y... Ay, ¿cómo puedo decir esto? No sé en qué lío me metí, pero... Me salió mal, tuve que volver a empezar la parte una y otra vez hasta que me saliera bien y acá estamos. Ahora sí, vamos allá.
Hey, you! Oops! Him! Is there something wrong, my friend?
What do you do with that tube?
And why do you care? Is it your car?
Ver cosas.
No.
¡No!
Hey, you!
Oops! Him! Is there something wrong, my friend?
What are you doing with that tube?
And why do you care? Is it your car?
No, but you're not supposed to do that.
Mind your own business.
At your age, do you still steal fuel with rubber tubes? That's something young boys do.
Well, I'm young in spirit, and so what?
For such a small amount, you could have bought the fuel.
Buy? I don't know the meaning of the word.
How do you survive?
Like this, with rubber tubes for the fuel and double pockets in the supermarkets.
You're an expert at those tricks, aren't you?
To be modest, it's an ancient family tradition.
Roots are roots, aren't they?
Sure, my father was the mentor for me and me brother, and before him, me grandfather and great-grandfather and so on.
Oh, illustrious family, I see.
An ancient pirate family, no less.
You've gone down in the world if you're just a petty thief.
Each period has its habits anyway. For your information, besides these little things, I'm an expert in bag snatching, any kind of robbery, scams, frauds, dice, and card tricks. I open safes and locks, I can open any gate, and I avoid alarm systems. I am here to serve you, my friend. My name is Tobias, also called the Black Sheep.
That reminds me of something. Of course! I've already seen that tattoo you have on your arm.
Impossible! Only we, the descendants of the Rum Cay pirates, have it.
Sure, you're the brother of the sailor on Rum Cay Island. He told me about Black Sheep. The one who as a kid was the only one to be caught while stealing Grandma's biscuits.
Silly old woman. She was very smart, and man could she hit. She used to say, "Stupid, I caught you every time. Take this and learn. And this and this. Next time you'll be smarter."
You learned your lesson thanks to those smacks.
Yup, life is funny. How's my big brother?
Fine, fine. He goes around saying that if he sees you, you will regret it. You did something really bad to him.
He's never been one to jest.
How do you make your living around here?
With my hot air balloon, mainly.
Hot air balloon?
Yes, I do panoramic tours while I pick the pockets of the tourists. That's what I do to make some money. A tourist comes on my balloon to take pictures of the area. I bring him up high. I hit the line, the basket moves, and he's scared to death. So he doesn't pay attention while I take his wallet. What do you think?
Wonderful. Well, it's obvious this profession is in your blood.
If you feel like it, we can have coffee in my hut later.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd rather not go for a coffee with a grown man in a sailor suit.
No, you get the wrong idea. I just want you to tell me about my big brother. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Bye. Enjoy your work. You live here, so you must know a lot of things about the island and its legends. Tell me about them.
Not now, I told you. I'm busy. If you feel like it, we can have coffee in my hut later.
Maybe.
Come on, I've got to work now. See you later.
It's too heavy. I better leave it alone. It's too heavy. I better leave it alone. I could get a hernia doing that. Better forget it. Who knows how hard it is to lift these rocks? They don't look safe. With all those crumbling rocks, I'm risking a lot here. I wonder what this rock in the center is for. They don't look safe. With all those crumbling rocks, I'm risking a lot here. Follow these tracks, but I don't see why it would do any good. Could follow these tracks, but I don't see why it would do any good.
What's happened to you? Let me help you. Ooh, my head. We are doomed. The sacred amulet. Ooh, he took the sacred amulet. Sacrilege.
No, olvidé que no le puse pausa.
Oh, my head. We are doomed. A curse will be called down on all the Tuareg tribes. The scrolls predict it. Allah curse him. You were hit badly on your head. Relax now and tell me what happened. Who are you, stranger? What are you looking for from the preeminent holy man Gadir Ahmed? I'm a journalist. My name is Richard Kendall. But tell me, what happened to you? A man with no fear of Allah deceived me and stole the gem which has always protected the Tuareg tribes, the sacred Amaret. When did it happen? Last night. The traitor asked for hospitality during a sandstorm. I welcomed him, fed and protected him, but then he hit me on the back of the head and knocked me out.
And so he ran away with the precious gem? What did he look like? Do you remember?
He was blind in one eye. A black eye patch was covering the missing eye.
Of course you don't know where he could have gone.
When I regained consciousness, I managed to drag myself to the door, just in time to see him leaving in an old jeep going towards the south.
What's there?
Some villages. Oh, my head. Sacrilege! Sacrilege! Allah forgive me. I must pray a lot now to obtain the divine forgiveness. I was the god of the gem and I have failed in my duty.
Don't distress yourself. It was not your fault. We'll do something. Now rest. Listen, it's no coincidence that I came up to your cave.
What are you looking for, stranger?
I know you can read the languages of your ancestors, and that you can translate these ancient inscriptions.
Yes, those of my calling have the task of preserving Tuareg knowledge.
So, help me. Look at this paper. Can you understand this language?
Allah be always praised. Where did you find these inscriptions?
Oh, in Europe, in a tomb of an ancient Christian church.
Oh, this is very strange.
What's the meaning of this inscription?
The translation into your language would be similar to this. Green and light as seaweed, but powerful as a wave. On its 8 regular sides, crystals from Atlantis shine. From you our strength, magic stone. In you is reflected the ocean civilization. You lead us to Levidium, as precious as black coral. Magic lighting stone, you lead us to Levidium, our life and transportation source.
Do you understand the meaning of these words?
No, stranger, but you will in time.
Goodbye, holy man. My task here is over.
Goodbye, stranger. It is my wish that Allah will take care of you for the rest of your life. You are a clever and fair man.
Bueno chicos, si les gustó el video denle like, comenten, suscríbanse, toquen la campanita y nos vemos para la próxima.